Welcome back trackside once again, race fans here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight we kick things off at the Southern Classic 150 Darlington Raceway on tap here tonight for the Swift MotorSports Ayers Eye Racing paints Xfinity Series drivers. The Performance Motorsports Pole Award up for grabs. Drivers laying down those fast times for the moment. Bailey Dutton sitting in charge of the provisional pole. Will anybody be able to dethrone Dutton at the front? Looking to follow things up from last week at Charlotte with another race-winning performance. Will Dutton make it a fourth to finish out the final race in the regular season? A lot on the line. 16 drivers will move forward in your championship chase, and with just a handful of moments remaining here in qualifying, what do you say we throw down some of those qualifying times over there to the left hand side of your screen? But before we do, how you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land? Race fans, glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave of the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. Speaking of trackside, there you can see those qualifying times left hand side of your screen. Quick time belongs to the Supra. Bailey Dutton 29.74 will be your top 5 with times below 30 seconds on the stopwatch. So as time begins to tick away, we're going to begin to step away. Brief little commercial break. Head trackside for your national anthem, then to your starting lineup for tonight's Southern Classic right here from Darlington Raceway. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Get back trackside as drivers await the final word to roll off of the starting grid. 150 laps around this 1.3 mile tough little track right here in Darlington, South Carolina, just about maybe an hour's away from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and some cool catching waves. We'll see who's going to get the opportunity to play in the sand as your regular season champion. His ship is on the line here tonight. Bailey Dutton looking pretty, capturing the Performance Motorsports Pole Award and rolling off of the starting grid. You can hear the music in the background. You know the sounds, you know. It's time to run down tonight's starting a lineup for the Southern Classic 150. Right here from Darlington Raceway, inside row number 1, your pole sitter behind the wheel of that 26 Toyota Supra. Bailey Dutton will bring us to the green flag. Jerry Cochran III just to his outside with Haynes and Craig back in row number 2. Row number 3 here tonight, the number 3 of Roy Fernandez, followed by the 28 of Jason Branch. Gary May and Dave Seats back in row 4. Finishing out your top 10, the 11 of Casey Duncan and the 23 Kevin Burrows. Jake O'Shea in the 77 going to start inside row number 6 with John Windish. Family 56 machine just to his outside. Back in row number 7 here tonight, David Medina in 55 of Chris Smoke. That's gonna do it for your 14 car lineup. As we work out of 4 and the music fades, we will get things underway here tonight for the first time. Green flag flies here at Darlington. Quickly single file at the front of the field. Looks like Casey Duncan battling side by side. That's going to be a battle between Dave Seats and Duncan back inside of your top 10. Right at that 8th and 9th position. Bailey Dutton able to stamp away 1 car advantage across the start finish line. Whoa, and Duncan with problems in the back. Casey Duncan with problems in the back. How did he not hit that inside wall? Looks like a little bit of front end damage, maybe a little bit of contact now with that inside save for Barry. 11 serve serve Pro Supra. There you go. That's a tongue twister early here. It's the number 11 serve Pro Supra. A little bit of left front damage. Still a long way to go here tonight. We'll see if Duncan can get his ship righted and headed back in the right direction. Dutton out front. Cochran still sitting in second. Craig picking up a position, moving into third. Tommy Haynes dropping back from third to fifth now. Battling it out right here, the 17. The 28 going at it. How about Gary May and that number 5 machine? Looking good here tonight. Putting in a ton of time in happy hour car. Looked to be very stable. So look for May to be one of those drivers we're going to end up talking about quite a bit here tonight. To the outside wall. Shea into the outside wall with that speed stick, number 77. A little bit of troubles here still for the rookie. Third race into the season for this number 77. Still trying to get his feet wet, still trying to get his hands wrapped around things here in this Xfinity series. We'll see how the rest of the night treats him at the track. Too tough to tame. The Lady in Black, Darlington Raceway, definitely one of the tougher tracks you're going to find on any schedule. Front of the field starting to establish some racing room between one and another. We're going to take a look right here with Gary May and that 14 of Dave Seats sitting right behind him. Seats a previous race winner, looking for one more. So with 5 behind us, we'll drop that timing and scoring over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you find and follow along with your favorite driver of the field here tonight. We're going to see drivers flirting with that outside wall pretty much all night long. That is where you want to run. That is the fast lane. That is just how you gotta run Darlington. A little bit more of a diamond action in 1 and 2, more so than 3 and 4. 3 you can kind of sail it in there on the top side, come down just a little bit, keep it up there, wound up on the quarter exit. Turn 1 and 2, slightly different, with the radius and the banking being different as well. So Darlington, one of those tracks that can catch you slipping. Taking a look at the official World Championship 16 set here tonight. Anthony Keys came into tonight's race, sitting in that 16th position. And with the Keys, Rain Lane, Nick Hunt, and Brandon Freeze all out of the field here tonight, all those drivers will hold serve in the point standings, and that will put Anthony Keys into your championship 16. Lane, Hunt, and Freeze will fall just short on their efforts to make it in. So now it's all about those bragging rights. It's all about, can anybody dethrone Bailey Dutton for that regular season championship? We're going to go take a look back at the front because things have changed up a little bit here. Bailey Dutton falling all the way back down and out. Looks like an electrical issue for Dutton. So Jaron Cochran Jr. going to claim the race lead. Todd Cray sitting right here in second. Roy Fernandez, Tommy Haynes right behind him. And it's going to be interesting here because only Todd Cray and Justin Gannon with an opportunity to dethrone Dutton for that regular season championship moniker. It's really just a title. It's really just for bragging rights. But with Dutton having the electrical issues, Gann not making the trip down here to Darlington, Todd Cray the only one that has that chance and has that opportunity, sitting in second right here. Still a long way to go, very long night, but Cray may be able to work his way into victory lane for the third time this season, pulled even with his teammate. We'll see if that Coors Light Camaro has got the speed and got what it takes to get the job done. So with the point set heading into championship racing next week here with the Ayers Iron Racing Paints Xfinity Series, championship points set last night down at Homestead with the Performance Motorsports Truck Series right here with Swift. A little bit of rain delays kept us from bringing it to the masses last night. Big thunderstorms rolling through delayed at the start of the race for 2 hours. Got out on track, ran a handful of laps, more rain. It was an on and off race all night long. By the end of it, Mike Rominger going to victory lane once again in the Truck Series. So Rominger getting it done, working his way into that top 16. Tommy Haynes, John Wimbish finishing out the podium positions last night down at Homestead. A little bit of remnants in the area. Overcast, cloudy day here at Darlington Raceway. We'll see if that affects the drivers throughout the course of tonight as the sun begins to set into the background. We'll see if the track cools off. We'll see if that has any bearing or any detriment to the handling of these race cars. Todd Cray indeed going to take that race lead. There you can see now almost a half a second out front. Todd Cray starting to step away. Let's go back to Battle David Medina right here, trying to pick up a position on seats. Battle of the Daves 1-2 right here, 6th and 7th on the racetrack. Kevin Burrows and John Wimbish just off in the background. The 23 and the 56 starting to work their way into the mix. Looks like a 3-car battle off of 4. Oh, a little bit of contact outside wall. Contact for the 14. He's going to fall right back into the clutches of seats in that 99. Speaking of seats, let's jump in the seat with David Medina as he works his way off a 2 down the backstretch. More contact outside wall. Jumps on it to make short work as he makes the pass down at a turn number 3. Beautiful camera work, guys. We appreciate all of those live great shots here from Darlington Raceway. Driver still giving it the business across the line. Medina moves up now a 7th position from where he qualified here tonight. From outside of your top 10, now knocking on the door. Whoa, whoa. God, hang on to it. Knocking on the door of a top 5. Medina with a big save. That's a pucker moment right there. That's what that is. Gonna take a little look here as drivers work their way down into turns 1 and 2. Then you can see Tommy Haynes with Prime Energy drink 17. Just out the front. And that may accelerate their life number 28 sponsor. Ford Mustang of Jason Birch. Your fastest Ford in the field. Only Fords in the field. Birch gonna make a move in the bottom. One position through 3 and 4. Back across the stripe. Lap number 19 goes on the board. Things heating up once again here at the front. Let's go back to the battle raging on between your top 2 drivers. And JC3 closing in on the back end of Todd Cray. That's going to be the... Before Bailey had his issues and problems with the electric connections, forcing him to pit road back behind the wall for the moment. We'll see if he gets those things fixed up and worked out, gets back out on the track, but Dutton going to be well, and there it is. Looks to be pushing it back onto pit lane now, so Dutton will continue on here tonight, but he's going to be well down on the field. Multiple laps down here. It's just all about pride at this point in time, and really a handful of points could be a huge difference for Dutton. If he can pick up 5 to 6 points, that may be the difference on what keeps him in as that regular season champion or hands it over to Todd Cray. But before the problems with Dutton, Gray and Cochran, they were both inside of your top 3. It was going to be an all-out brawl between those 3 drivers. It's turned into a heavyweight mix-up. Was going to make the Jake Paul Mike Tyson analogy, you know, the wily older veteran in Todd Cray, maybe the Mike Tyson here tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We would never call any of y'all Jake Paul. Just saying. I don't know your feelings, so I'm just going to stop with that. And we're going to continue with the action here tonight. From Darlington Raceway, back here to a 3-car pile-up. Jason Blanche, Tommy Haynes, David Medina going at it. 4th, 5th, 6th on the racetrack. Off of 2, back down the backstretch once again. Kevin Burrows faltering into the background. Cousin Jess checking in out there on the chat. Good to see Jess back here once again, week in, week out. We can find her in the chat cheering on her favorite drivers here tonight. Keep our eye on that battle up at the front with Todd Cray and Jerry Cochran III, but right now 3/10 of a second advantage for Cray behind the wheel of the headquarters light number 22 machine, so we'll keep our eye on that, but we're going to stay right here with this 3-car battle. It is your biggest battle on the racetrack. You can see some of the clouds going away, the sun coming out from the back end. That's going to give these drivers a little bit of a loose feeling. There it is. Big moment off of turn number 2. Jason Branch going to pancake the right side. Whew. Evasive maneuvers. Job well done. Tommy Haynes as well as David Benita both with a big moment right there, staying out of the back end of that number 28 machine. Haynes now going to look to the inside. Not going to have enough to make it work. He'll fall back a half a car length down to 2. We've got drivers to pit road. Looks like Chris Moore going to bring his number 55 Ford Mustang to pit lane. Extended stop at extended stay. For the 55, Dave Seats. Looks like the hood going down on the 14, and he's going to head back wide while day is done for the 14. And here you go. That right there. That right there helps Bailey Dutton. I know what some of you may be thinking, scavenger-esque, right? Benefiting from somebody else's problems and troubles. Well, I call that opportunistic. I call that perseverance. I call that... What's the word I'm looking for? Not animosity. Ah, my gosh. Mine's drawing blank, but it takes a lot to know that you got no shot. Your car's fine. You got speed. There's no damage. That wasn't an issue. I mean, fastest driver last time around the track. A little bit of contact there between the 99 and 28. Medina and Branch could have a little bit of contact. Turn to before last time around. But Dutton fastest on the racetrack by almost a full second. And yeah, that has a lot to do with the tires, but there is speed behind that 26 machine. So why not go get what you can? Darlington, one of the tracks that is known to beat people up. It's known to batter the best of them. The best of them. I mean, it's easier to count the cars that don't have a stripe, that do have a stripe, as opposed to the ones that don't. I mean, more drivers are going to touch these outside walls here tonight at Darlington Raceway than any other racetrack. Not much going at the front. Jerry Cochran Jr. was able to grab the race lead back and has stepped out to almost a 1 second advantage here. Can we go back, guys? Do we got a picture of what happened? Let's go back to a quick little replay. There you can see Todd Gray almost into the outside wall. Again, that outside wall seems to be the common denominator, the common factor when it comes to drivers having problems and issues, and you've seen it happen right there for Todd Cray. He's going to give up the race lead, and we're going to head back live on the racetrack once again. Out front, Jerry Cochran III going to lead Todd Cray. Roy Fernandez sitting back in that third position. Tommy Haynes in fourth, with David Medina rounding out your top five. Race leaders closing in on the back end of that 11 of Casey Duncan. Keep in mind, Duncan, early moment here tonight. Contact with the inside safer barrier has torn up that left front just a little bit. Now a little worse for the wear. Falling off for the lead lap, Jake Ashe will be final driver listed on the lead lap, sitting in that 10th position, just about 10 seconds away from your race leader scope. So can Ashe keep himself out of harm's way and on the lead lap? We're going to find out as things continue to unfold here tonight. Long green flag run to open things up. Jerry Cochran III leads Todd Cray by a second across the line. Let's go back to some of the battles. Let's go to some of the action. Here we go. 4 drivers all stacked up with each other. Fernandez sitting in third. Tommy Haynes, Medina Sr., and Branch back in that 6th spot. Ooh. Big moment for Tommy Haynes. Haynes all sort of out of shape. Goodness. Haynes gives up the fight for a moment. The 99 of Medina will take over that 4th position. Looks like Jason Branch gonna head to pit road this time by. Extended stay on pit road this time around for Gary May. The 5 gonna take a while on pit road. John Wimbish gonna bring the Valvoline number 56 machine to the attention of his service crew as well. Haynes still searching for corner grip. That corner exit grip is giving these drivers quite a bit of a fit here tonight. A lot of guys with problems. So how about the long green flag run to open things up here tonight from Darlington Raceway? You're watching the Southern Classic 150 right here with the Ayers Eye Racing Paints Xfinity Series. More drivers in the front to pit lane. Cochran gonna head to pit road last time around. That's gonna bring Craig Fernandez, Medina, Burrows, Haynes all to pit lane. Casey Duncan gonna stay out. He's gonna get himself back on the lead lap, but Duncan still yet to hit pit road. This looks like it's a 3-stop race then, right, race fans? Let's do some quick math. 4 sets of tires on pit road. They go lap 40, 80, 120. That's 3 stops with an extra set if we have a late race caution. We'll see if anybody's brave enough to stretch it out. We'll see how it all goes when Jeremy Cochran III gonna reclaim that. Whoa, easy. Gonna reclaim the race lead, but old tires not your friend. And there you can see Bailey Dutton lurking in the background. Dutton able to pick up one of his laps lost. We'll see if he can make it a second. So just about a third of the way through tonight's race. +40 green flag laps. We've seen 1 green flag pit cycle, and that has stretched this field out quite a bit. Big gaps all throughout this field. Todd Craig going to be 3.4 seconds back. Sitting in second, Roy Fernandez another 5 seconds back from Craig. Jason Branch over 10 seconds back from your race leader. David Medina sitting in that 5th spot, 12 seconds back. So the gaps have begun to substantialize and solidify themselves here tonight. We're going to have some action between a handful of drivers in position on the track here. Off of the lead lap, but still battling nonetheless. Jake O'Shea. Casey Duncan, 5 of Gary May right here, sitting in that 11th position. And contact on the back end of O'Shea. The 76 gonna eat that inside wall. Big trouble there for O'Shea. Gary May contact. He's gonna go up the wall through 3 and 4. Contact for that 5 machine. He's going to pick up quite a bit of damage here, sitting in front of that 14 of Dave Seats. Tiptoeing through the tulips. Let's head back A little closer to the front. What do you say we get a little closer to the field? A little look at the Orlando, Florida native getting in work behind the wheel of that number 99 machine. Medina up 8 positions from where he qualified. Looking good, looking quick, looking to close in on the drivers inside of your top 3. Speaking of which, let's head out front. Race leader dominating here tonight, the Virginia native. Get it done. That Obsidian wear, Grayson Jade photography, number 72 machine. Blacked out here tonight for the lady in black. The track 2 tough today. Darlington Raceway. Todd Craig a descent in second behind the wheel of his throwback Coors Light number 22 machine. Absolutely love to see those mountains turn blue. Just saying. That's about the only time you'll find Dave liking anything blue, and that's the mountains on a Coors Light. But anyways, Roy Fernandez, the Cuban Missile Rocket, the Lansing, Michigan native, looking to go from Root Beer Pong Championship tournaments to iRacing Championship tournaments, chasing after the season trophy here in season number 6 with the Airs iRacing Paints Xfinity Series. Fernandez with a great run so far this season, yet to hit victory lane, but came into tonight's race sitting 4th in the overall point standings, well poised to move on in that championship 16, and we'll see what this past Pro Shops Black Rifle Company number 3 has over the final 5 weeks of racing action here with the Swift MotorSports and the Airs iRacing Paints Xfinity Series. Meanwhile, battling once again on the track side by side. Whew. And Tommy Hayes to take the position, wasn't quite there at it. Whew. He got a little bit dicey. So we are indeed oh my goodness. So we are indeed a third of the way through tonight's Southern Classic 150 right here from Darlington Raceway. The regular season coming to an end, season 6 on the final handful of weeks, 10 weeks of crazy racing action. We've seen 5 different race winners throughout this regular season. Will we see a repeat winner once again? Top 2 are previous race winners. Jerry Cochran III looking for his second win. Todd Crane looking for win number 3. Fernandez sitting in third. He is looking for win number 1. And what a way to close out the regular season. What a way, a high note. How about building that momentum heading forward into the championship? We're going to kick things off. First 2 weeks of racing action. Championship chase at Atlanta Motor Speedway, followed by Dover. It is going to be one heck of an opening one. Still a little bit of a battle right here between Tommy Hayes and Jason Branch, your closest 2 drivers on the track, battling for 5th and 6th for the moment. Hayes leads the way by half a second. Let's head back out front though. Race lead was over 3 seconds. Now it is down to 1.6. Todd Cray has closed in. Cray has closed in substantially, cutting that race lead in half. But has he done it at the expense of tire life? Has he done it at the expense of fuel mileage? Is that 72 playing a little possum is he maybe gonna try to extend this fuel run, maybe lap 42, lap 43. Give himself an extra 3-lap buffer. You do that once again, you're going to have yourself some fresher tires at the end of tonight's race that you can really go out there and just lay it all on the line for those 25 to 30 laps. We're coming to the end of tonight's Summer Classic 150 right here from Darlington Raceway. So it's all about the approach. It's really all about the strategy, what the crew chiefs and drivers deem to be their best opportunity to get to victory lane. And right now, judging off of the distance, I think Fernandez has got to switch things up. Sitting back in that third position with the Cuban Missile rocket over 9 seconds back. You gotta change it up. You gotta do something different now, right? You can't continue to pit with the race leaders. At that point, you're just hoping something goes wrong. And hopefully that wrong isn't to you. So with the green flag pit stop 16 laps behind us, you gotta start eyeballing that different strategy. We said if you came to pit road 40, 40, 40, that's coming to pit road at lap 120. That's a 30-lap run to the end. Do you short pit 5 laps? Right here on this set, on this second green flag run, do you maybe short pit 5 laps here? Short pit another 5 laps to give yourself fresher tires in 2 stints. Trying to compound the advantage of those fresh tires and make up that 9+ seconds. If I'm Fernandez crew chief, I'm really watching these tires. I'm really going to pay close attention to the tire fall off. And a good study case is Bailey Dutton. Ryan Dutton came out on the racetrack. Granted, he is 10 laps down, but he came back out on the racetrack and laid down some of the fastest times, still laying down fast times here after being out for quite some time. So are the fresh tires going to be that big? We think of those first 7 laps or so, it's going to be huge. And right now, if you are Fernandez, you're 9 seconds back. What do you have to lose? You're not going to miss out on the championship 16. You are well secure in your postseason chances. Why not throw the kitchen sink? Right? Just throw it. We're going to work our way backwards here. 40 lap runs. Let's go to lap 110. Lap 70. So if I can come down here, if I can keep this run going here, right now, right at that 9 seconds, if he can keep this distance here, I think he can gain 3 to 4 seconds with this undercut. It'd be a 10-lap difference on the tires. Not just a 10-lap difference now, but again, right around that lap 110 mark, you're going to have 10-lap fresher tires again. You're going to have to run them to the end. But you have the opportunity to compound some great speed and great opportunities. Race leaders in 2. Lab traffic, the number 77, going to go to the top of the racetrack, speed and stick. Toyota Supra of Jake Shea with a little bit of problems. Todd Craig going to navigate his way around Shea off of turn number 4, but still lap traffic in the mix for your race leaders. The 14 of Dave Seats listed multiple laps down there. You can see him just out in front of it. Oh my gosh. The speed did not stick on time for the speed stick number 77 of Jake O'Shea. Hard impact at a turn number 4. I don't even want to say pancaking. That was flapjacking. Big hit. And for the most part, Fernandez has been able to keep that right around that 9-second mark. So look for Fernandez, possibly even Medina, to really change up these strategies. I think fifth place winner Tommy Haynes, I think the Prime Energy drink number 17 machine, I think he's a little too far back to play the strategy game for a race win. But you can play the strategy game with your fingers crossed that you get a late race caution. May be able to pick up a handful of positions. Come down with the drivers that haven't pitted. Get some fresh tires with them once again. Hold serve if you can. So things can be a blessing in disguise. Darlington strike for the first time here tonight. Race leader Jerry Cochran III going to pick up a little contact with the outside wall through 3 and 4. 72 Toyota Supra. Back through 1 and 2. Still showing the way 1.05. In front of Todd Gray, still trying to chase him down, but has been somewhat unsuccessful. And with the 1 lap difference on the tires, that translated into a 3-second gap with both drivers back up to speed. Todd Gray has been able to close in just about 2 out of those 3 seconds. But that's why we're eyeballing Fernandez, right? If he can gain 3 seconds here, that's going to be 6 seconds back. Another 3, that's 3 seconds back. We've seen him drop a second and a half. I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to be close. I think Fernandez has the best opportunity when it comes to strategy. We'll see if he does anything with it. For the moment, out for lap number 68 on the board, we have been clean and green all night long. Woo! Big moment for the Servprom Supra. Casey Duncan, who's 11. Gonna fall a second lap down here tonight. 8 drivers are remaining on the lead lap with lap traffic just in front of your race leaders. Tell you what, let's take a little look off of the front end of your number 72 race that leading Racing Jet Photography. Toyota Supra there. You see John Burdish just off in the distance. Kevin Burrows not too far off in front of him either. So these long green flag runs really stretching out this field. Just an amazing performance here tonight. Ever since it was right around lap number, I want to say about lap number 35, lap number 34. And just ever since then, Jerry Cochran III has just just started to walk away, started to open things up. Todd Craig coming to pit lane a little bit early. We talked to you about that lap number 70 mark. Todd Craig going to pull the trigger here on lap number 73. So he is coming to pit road a little early. We'll see if it catches anybody off guard. Just in front of the race leader, though, John Wimbish with a big moment last time around off of turn number 2. Sideways out of the corner, exit right in front of the race leader, Todd Craig on pit road. He is going to lose a lap. Todd Craig will now be listed off of the lead lap. John Wimbish fighting for his life to keep that Valvoline Camaro on the lead lap, but I think it's going to be a short-lived battle. I don't think he's going to be able to put up much of a fight. With one lap older tires as well, I don't think Wimbish is going to be able to fight this off very much longer. Keeping it to the high side, though. Oh, that's close. Whew. Close on the corner exit there. You can see bottom of the racetrack. JC3 going to take track position. Keep himself out front and keep himself out on the racetrack. And each lap here, this is just going to help Cray close in. And we got problems now. Oh no. Todd Cray going to be trapped 2 laps down. Late race caution. The 17 of Tommy Haynes with a problem. Oh my goodness. Boy, that has changed some things. Let's go check the replay. Let's see what happened. Aids into the outside wall. More contact with the outside wall. Oh, big hit. Wow, that's a big hit, race fans. Let's go back inside the car. We do have this camera shot. That is a big hit. You can see right there. Oh my goodness. Todd Cray almost bit the bullet with it. Oh my goodness. So caution flag's going to fly here. Lap number 77. We'll see the first caution flag of the night. It's going to catch some drivers out. Handful of guys 1 lap down. Handful of drivers 2 laps down. Pit road open for your lead lap drivers. Look for the majority of the field to make their way down pit road. So with this moment opportunity, we're going to pay a few of the sponsor bills. You know how that goes. Keep the lights on here. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back after this brief commercial break with all your green flag action. You're watching the Southern Classic live from Darlington Raceway.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And as promised, backtrack side his field, double file working their way off of 4 into the restart zone. We will unleash the beast here at the track. Too tough to tame the lady in black. And we will go green flag racing once again. The Southern Classic. With the Airs Iron Racing Paints Xfinity Series. A little bit of a mix-up here at the front with drivers staying out. Handful of guys. Caught a lap down. Todd Cray being called 2 laps down, has been able to get one of his laps back, but now in a very precarious situation because what do you do here? I mean, Todd Cray tried that short pit. It did not work into his favor. Do you attempt it again? We'll find out as we inch closer to that 100 lap mark. We're going to go ahead and drop the timing screen events to the left-hand side of your screen. There you can see Jason Branch, Kevin Burrows, Todd Cray, all listed off of the late lap drivers, 3, 6, 7, all the racetrack. Hornet's Nest right here. Let's go to this little group of drivers. There you can see Cray off in the distance trying to work his way around John Wimbish, who sits in that 4th position. The Cuban Missile Rocket, Roy Fernandez, he's parlayed his way up into that 2nd position. Keep an eye on that Bass Pro Shops Black Rifle Coffee Company. Number 3 machine, Wiley, veteran, smart driver. I'm telling you, you gotta watch Fernandez. He hasn't been to victory lane yet, but the season ain't over. The regular season ain't over, and I got a good feeling. .1 second advantage for Cochran over Fernandez. 1.5 from Fernandez back to Medina Senior. Another 2.2 back to John Wimbish, sitting in the 4th position. Wimbish way back in traffic here. Ooh, big win for Casey Duncan over turn number 2, and that has been the trouble spot here tonight. Tons of drivers. Gary made more contact with the outside wall through 3 and 4. That's a common theme here tonight. Drivers a little bit too high on that entry turn number 3. Gonna drift up, catch a little bit of the wall ride through 3 and 4. Doesn't really hurt the car very much. It's those big pancakes that we've seen off of turn 2 mainly. Is where we've seen those big pancake moments. Those are the shunts, the shots to the car that can be detrimental and can cause a lot of issues. We'll just keep it that simple. In racing, wheels are your friends, not the walls. We'll just leave it like that. Not everybody can pull the Hail Melon, right? Not everybody can do a Ross Chastain. We've seen drivers try it. It never works out. 1 in a million opportunity. Fortunately enough for myself and a handful of you out there in TV land, a handful of these drivers and fans in the stands in the sold-out packed house here tonight at Darlington Raceway. We witnessed that 1 in a million. We won't see it happen again because, well, NASCAR, they loved it for a moment and then said, we gotta fix it. So no longer allowed to do it. It's gonna be the final time you see it, and it sticks. And so, like our good buddy Darryl Waltrip used to say, I'm not a rule breaker, I'm a rule maker. I didn't break a rule. But now, because I did what I did, you're going to have to make one. Well, they did. Enough about that. Long story short, we're just about 60 laps away from the completion of tonight's Southern Classic, a 150 right here. From Darlington Raceway, how about Logan McNeil checking in out there in the channel? Logan, good to see you checking in with us here tonight. We appreciate you hanging out with us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with the Airs Eye Racing Paints Xfinity Series 4-car pile-up off of turn number 4. All our drivers one or more laps down. And going from, if you're behind the wheel of that 22 man, how heated are you driving? Right, you came down pit road trying to utilize some strategy to your advantage. Fell 2 laps down. The caution comes out before you can get back to just 1 lap down. Forcing your hand, you're now then stuck with a wave around just to get 1 lap back. Man, Todd Craig, he's gonna, I don't want to say a long uphill battle because time is running out. We're just about 2/3 of the way through tonight's race, so Ray, I think he needs some help. I don't think he's going to be able to get it done. Well, Logan, yeah, this is when people don't like dating. Just, well, we know you missed the race because you're not on track, my man. And it is quite unfortunate on Darlington Raceway. One of the races that, one of the racetracks that it's tough, it's technical, it takes a lot out of the driver, but there is some great racing action at Darlington. A lot of passes here tonight. John Wimbish, bottom of the racetrack. He'll pick up a spot. Burrows almost in to that outside wall. And there it is. He's going to drift up through 3 and 4. A little bit of contact with the outside wall. Todd Craig going to dig to the bottom. Grab that spot away. Move Crane now into 6th. Second driver, 1 lap down. Jason Branch, quite a ways off in the distance. Branch right here. Then you can see that maybe accelerator light machine heading down the back stretch and into turn number 3. Meanwhile, Todd Crane right here just now working his way. I believe that is going to be turns 3 and 4. So just about a straightaway separates those 2 drivers. And Cray has got to think, I gotta catch him. I gotta get there. I gotta put myself in at least the position of a lucky dog. You're not gonna do it like that. My goodness, tough. Nick at a turn number 2. Todd Cray gonna pick up a little bit of damage. Side of that Coors Light number 22 out of the turn 2 wall. So well past the halfway point, driver's going to inch closer to that 100th lap mark. Let's take you out front with your race leader showing the way here tonight behind the wheel of that Grayson Jade photography machine once again. The Toyota Super, piloted by Jerry Cochran III, out front looking for win number 2 on the season and doing it in dominating fashion here tonight. Jerry Cochran III looking for victory lane. Up 3 spots from where he qualified, Roy Fernandez working his way to a podium position, ran 3rd for the first a handful of laps, moved his way into 2nd and has not looked back, looking to close in for a shot to battle for the race win, but Fernandez with another pole. Another podium, we apologize, another podium right in front of him. David Medina Sr., how about the Florida native? Man, ain't sunny in Florida. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. We're not there either. We're right here at Darlington Raceway. Medina looking good here tonight. Up 10 positions from where he qualified. Looking at a podium finish here tonight. Can Medina finish off this strong run here at Darlington? John Wimbish going to pick up the 4th position. The Valvoline, number 56 machine final driver, listed on the lead lap in that 4th position. Solid run here tonight. Wimbish in your top 16. He will be battling for a championship. We'll see how the 56 goes. Win championship racing starts next week at Atlanta Motor Speedway, but finishing out your top 5 off of the lead lap. First driver listed off of the lead lap in the lucky dog position. Jason Branch. Only Ford still running in the field. Representing well. Fast forward in the top 5. A Branch finishing out your top 5. That's going to do it for your driver highlights and spotlights. A little bit late and a little bit past that halfway point, but nonetheless, going to give it to you. We can't. Oh, big contact. Fernandez, big contact with the outside wall, and that's going to let Medina close in. Fernandez able to keep it out front of the 99 for the moment. We'll see how long he can fend him off, how long he can keep Medina at bay. Let's go back right here. There you can see Shea back in the 10th position, multiple laps down. He's going to move out of the racing lane. Gentleman move right there. And this is where it gets tough. This is where it gets tough for drivers. You go up there, you look for the grip, you search for that fine line, and there it is, more contact. But you gotta hit the delete button. Corner after corner, lap after lap. You can't remember what happened the lap before. You can't be thinking about what you're gonna do different next time by. It's all about that moment. You gotta be willing to forget what happened. I got up there, got a little high, got into the outside wall a little bit. You don't want to start overcompensating. You don't want to start overthinking. You just gotta go back down into the next corner and drive the line again. That's why it's so mentally taxing all these drivers. Flirting in operating in a margin of error within inches. A lot of build-up, a lot of marbles at the top of the racetrack, and if you overstep those boundaries just a little bit, you're going to find yourself with trouble. Drivers continuing to find themselves struggling with a track that has cooled down, but the grip just hasn't seemed to be there. Track temperature down 15 degrees from what we've seen it in qualifying, so a cooling down phase, not bringing any grip to these Ayers Eye Racing Paints Xfinity machines. Let's head back to the battle at the front of the field, second and third. Going at it once again, Roy Fernandez sitting in second, David Medina Sr. in third. Up 10 spots for Medina. Fernandez, a little bit of contact with the outside wall, a handful of laps ago. We're going to take a look now off of the tail end of that 3. A little bit of contact on entry here. And there it is, there's the move. Medina gonna look to the inside. Fernandez squeezes them down up into the outside wall. Things getting dicey, and both drivers into the outside wall out of 2. Loving every minute of it at the front of this field. JC3 out now to almost a 4-second advantage. He's well and away from these drivers, battling second and third. And the gloves coming off here. I'm loving this battle. These two drivers, big hit. These two drivers, they could be content and say, you know what, we're not going to push the issue. Let's just finish this thing off. Tell you what, we can have the second. Tell you what, I'll take third. Whatever the situation may be, these two drivers here, they could have comfortably calmed down and just finished it out. 11 seconds back to John Wimbish in the 4th position. You got plenty of time. You got plenty of time to give up. Let's not throw the night away. Oh no. Not here in the Airzone Racing Paints Xfinity Series. These drivers are going to battle for the position. No matter the lap count, no matter the points at stake, no matter the situation. That's what we love to see. That's why we tune in week in, week out, right here each and every Tuesday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thanks for joining us here. If you're just now here, if you've been here all night, be sure before you go, make sure you give these drivers some love and drop them a thumbs up and let them know that you appreciate all the great racing action week in and week out. So again, before you go, remember to join us in that push to 4,000 subscribers. Show these drivers love, drop a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell. Over there at the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself or anybody else back at the headquarters, we appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. With that being said, we're going to shut up about the shameless plugs. And we're going to get back to showing some love. These two drivers continuing to go at it here. Second and third on the racetrack. Fernandez and Medina continue to go at it. Cochran well out of... Man, I'm telling you, these guys, close to throwing it away. Todd Cray into pit road for the final time. Fernandez going to peel for pit road this time around. Jerry Cochran going to work his way. Through 3 and 4 pack. Or through 1 and 2, we apologize. Down the back stretch and into 3 and 4. And he's going to head to pit road. Nice, safe exit and entry to pit road. No look for a caution there. Medina going to head to pit lane this time around. John Wimbish. And down the lead, number 56 down pit road as well. Kevin Burrows, what's Burrows gonna do? Burrows listed 1 lap down, and he's gonna stay 1 lap down. He's gonna head to pit road this time around. Roy Fernandez, could he be the story? Off of pit road, up to speed, fresh tires. We told you we was feeling good. And Jeremy Cochran, the third, getting up to speed, but closing in quickly is Fernandez. Oh, this is going to get close. Fernandez able to close in, but only able to bring that gap to within 3 seconds. 1 lap has gained him over 2 seconds of track time. Man, that opportunity was there. Fernandez does, however, remove himself from a dogfight. Right? It was an absolute Donnybrook. A slugfest between himself and Medina. They were going at it lap after lap, 15, 20, 30 laps deep until run. Both Fernandez and Medina continued to throw. Those haymakers at each other. The green flag pit stop, what should be the final green flag pit stop of the night, separated the two. It was Fernandez looking to be smooth as chicken lips and make his way into the postseason with a little bit of confidence and momentum with a podium finish here tonight from Darlington Raceway. You're watching the Southern Classic 150. Not a lot of battles to speak of. We'll go back to one of the only battles. There you can see Todd Craig quickly doing away with Gary May. Just now working his way on the pit lane. Todd Craig listed back in the 6th position, trying to run down Jason Bridge for a spot inside of the top 5. About 2.5 seconds back is Craig. Still trapped that 1 lap down though. And that's all it takes. And that's why the short pit, that's why a lot of crew chiefs are gun shy when it comes to those short pits. Right? Came to pit road, sitting in second, fell 2 laps down. And gets trapped 2 laps down by a caution. Working our way closer and closer to the final 25 laps here tonight in the Southern Classic 150, live from Darlington Raceway. Regular season here for the Airzheim Racing, regular season finale for the Airzheim Racing Paints Xfinity Series in partnership with Swift MotorSports. And just an amazing run so far. In these opening 10 weeks of racing action, just an amazing job. Long green flag runs, a lot of action, a lot of battles, and it's all set the stage for the championship chase here for season number 6. Bailey Dutton gonna be looking at a what could have been situation here tonight. Todd Cray with a what if moment here tonight. So some big names in your championship 16. With some strange things going on with them here tonight. Is that a sign for possible problems when we open up the championship chase starting next week at Atlanta Motor Speedway? 2 tough tracks to open up round number 1, Atlanta and Dover. So these drivers heading into the chase, there's no time to relax. It's go time. This is what you've ran all season long for. It's time to flip the switch. Jerry Cochran III looks like he's already got it tuned up, tuned in. Here tonight at Darlington Raceway, 23 laps remain in Southern Classic 150. No real gaps to speak of, or no real battles to speak of. Late in the going here tonight, over 120 laps into tonight's Southern Classic 150 live from Darlington Raceway. You're watching the Ayers High Racing Paints Xfinity Series, season number 6, regular season finale. We've got Chase Racing action coming up at you next week. But to finish things off in the regular season on a high note, Jerry Cochran III looking to pick up his second win and build some confidence, build some momentum, moving forward. It's going to be somewhat of a Sunday drive for the rest of tonight's race. He's just got to hit his marks, be smooth out there on the track. No real need to worry about the lap times. JC3 out to a 5.4 second advantage. You got time to give up. Let's just be nice and smooth. Let's keep it out of the outside wall. Let's bring this thing home just the way it looks right now. It's been a rocket ship. Let's not take any unnecessary, I don't want to say unwilling risks, but let's not take unnecessary risks and turn a great opportunity to finish off and cap off a great regular season. Let's not take the opportunity to throw it away. Let's not make tonight's dominating performance an all for naught, or a what if I had kind of thing. We've all been there behind the wheel. We've all had a substantial race leads. Just wanted to push that much more, and it has backfired in the past. Right now, Jerry Cochran III has got to be sure that it keeps those self-pride demons, is what we'll call them, in check. Right, you can look up there at the leaderboard and see only 4 drivers on the lead lap. Man, I'm 24 seconds out in front of 4th place. I think I can catch him. I think I can put him a lap down. I think I can keep it to just the podium drivers on the lead lap. And that mentality can lead you into the outside wall, spun around, and out of the race. This is when your crew chief and spotters got to talk to you. This is when the voice of reasoning goes a long way. Again, it's not about not wanting to race. It's about winning the race at the best pace possible to ensure the best finish possible. I'm going to say that again. It's about putting yourself in the best position possible to finish in the best. What did I say? Oh my goodness. We just had a complete mental lapse. You know what they say? That's one of the first things to come to mind is the memory, and well, I think it's happening. Anyways, we're going to skip on away from that topic of subject. We're going to talk about the finish of tonight's race. No real battles to speak of. JC3 out to a 5.4 second advantage over Warren Fernandez. The Cuban missile rocket solidly into second. David Medina Sr. running in that third position, 5 seconds back from Fernandez. Another 15 back to the final driver on the lead track. Fourth place runner behind the wheel of his Valvoline number 56 machine, John Wimbish, sitting in that fourth position. Jason Branch still 1 lap down, still hasn't been able to catch up to your race leader and put himself back just 1 lap down. Todd Gray faltering and falling to the wayside. It looks like he's securely going to walk away with 6th. Listed 1 lap down. Gary May back in 7th. Burrows, Duncan, and O'Shea going to round out your top 10. And how about soldiering on here tonight, man? The Iron Man Award of the evening goes to this man right here. Back on lap number 10, got called to pit road with electrical issues, did not rejoin the race for 10 laps, but has just went out there and given his all, given everything he's got. Bailey Denton listed 13 laps down. There you can see a little bit of right side damage. His Toyota Supra has been into the outside wall. But your Performance Motorsports Pole Award winner here tonight, a model of perseverance. Stick-to-itiveness? Is that a thing? Stick-to-itiveness? Can we say that? Yeah. Well, we did, so it doesn't really matter at this point in time. But again, Dutton just sticking it out, man, and hats off to him. He could have just, said, guys, how important is it? Let's just go ahead, call it an evening. Let's call it a night. We're gonna go championship racing next week, no matter what. Let's be Elsa and let it go. Speaking of letting it go, it's letting the field go to the wayside. Man, Jerry Cochran III continuing to compound the race lead, continue to stretch things out. 6.3 second advantage now as it closes in on the tail end of Todd Craig. Craig in a fight for his life. I would expect to see Craig put up quite a bit of a fight to keep himself just 1 lap down. Very prideful driver. And to no one's fault. I ain't trying to go 2 laps down. Oh, no. You gonna have to race me like this is for the win. You ain't putting me 2 laps down. I'm not saying that well in there to concede Todd Cray a little bit more of a gentleman move than maybe myself behind the wheel. And Cray gonna pull on over, letting the race leader by. And JC3 will put Todd Cray 2 laps down. So unless there's any crazy late race incidents here, looks like your podium finishers here tonight, Jerry Cochran III, Roy Fernandez, and David Medina Sr. John Wimbish a little bit too far back to do anything with your top drivers. Todd Gray also now being 2 laps down, in trouble off of the corner exit. But now being 2 laps down, late race caution isn't going to help Gray. Jason Branch possibly a threat. If We get a late race caution, but off of 4. Once again, 4 laps to go for your race leader, Jerry Cochran the third. So the rain is gonna hold off here tonight. Just an cloudy, overcast day here in Darlington Raceway. Great racing action all night long. One caution back on lap number 77 here tonight. We've seen 2 rounds of green flag pit stops to open things up. We've seen 1 round of green flag pit stops to finish things off here tonight. And finishing off of the lap off of 4 across the stripe, popsicle sticks on display for your race leader. Behind the wheel of that, Grayson Jade Photography, number 72 machine. Man, looking good, looking quick off of 2 and back down to 3. Jerry Cochran Jr. going to show the way. Will receive the white flag this time around, and coming across the stripe, the white flag will fly. Final lap, it's the Swift 1 to go. Right here in the Southern Classic 150 from Darlington Raceway, the 1 to go here with Swift MotorSports Airs iRacing paints. Out of 2 and back down the back stretch. No problems, no issues here for your race leader. Little bit of a wiggle at the cameras coming down into turn number 3. But man, you gotta love it. Out of 4 for the final time here tonight in the Southern Classic. Checkered flag in the air, and your race winner here tonight, picking up win number 2 to finish out the regular season. Jerry Cochran the third will walk away with your race win. What a job, what a night, what a race for the man behind the wheel of that Toyota Superman, the Obsidian Wear Reaper, Assassin Motorsports Toyota Supra. Gonna look good in victory lane. We've got to see some of the photos that are gonna come out of this one, I can assure you. Gonna be some great ones here as he's gonna enjoy a little bit of a post-race celebration, a smoke show on the front stretch for all the fans in the stands. Sold out packed house once again here at Darlington Raceway. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with your post-race show right here from the Southern Classic 150 in Darlington Raceway. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside at the conclusion of tonight's Southern Classic 150 right here from Darlington Raceway. If you missed it, you're gonna have to go back and watch it. An amazing race here tonight from Darlington, and we're gonna dive right into things here with our post-race show. Let's see if we can dial up and have a handful of words with the man behind the wheel of that 99 machine, up 10 spots from where he qualified. Biggest mover of the race here tonight. David, it's Dave. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. How you doing? How you feeling after a great run here tonight? Gonna walk away with a podium to finish out the regular season. How good you feeling?
I feel really good. Haven't run these Xfinities very much in quite a long time, and so still trying to get reacclimated to the car. So to come to Darlington and pick up a P3, I'm pretty happy with that result there.
Yeah, Darlington definitely. I mean, it's known to be called, the track too tough to tame. It's called that for a reason, whether it's in the real world or right here in the virtual world. Darlington, a very tough track to walk away with a good finish. You were able to do so. You kept the car clean for the majority of the part. How you feeling about next week's race? How you feeling about mixing things up with these guys going championship racing next week at Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm new to this league, and not racing for the championship, so gonna be extremely respectful to those guys that are racing for the championship. But I'm also here to try and show I belong. So I'm gonna try and battle it up with them and hang with them and see if I can't try and sneak out a win.
Absolutely. If you're in the building, you got a chance to get something done. Man, an amazing job here tonight. You worked your way all the way up from the back. You ran through the field. An amazing job behind the wheel of that number 99 machine here tonight. So before we let you go, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to my teammates over at Pilgrim Racing, Chris Morals and Jay Gachet. Chris had an early departure there, but he'll be back next week. And got to give a shout out to my sponsors there, Cabo K. Appreciate them sponsoring this 99 car. And yeah, I look forward to being here next week and appreciate you up in the booth.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on the great podium showing here tonight. Maybe this will give you some momentum as we head off into Atlanta. We hope to talk to you in the post-race show, but until then, stay safe and keep it fast.
Appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. Final few words for the man making a reemergence on the scene. An emergent looking clean. David Medina Sr. going to finish out the final spot on the podium here tonight. Going to walk away with third here from Darlington Raceway. A very tough little track. And that's going to move us into our Quiet Riot pick, right? We talk about him week in, week out. And here he is once again in the post-race show, back on the podium again, finishing second here tonight. Roy, how you feeling?
Tired.
Tired? What do you mean tired, man? You was only driving. What are you talking about, tired?
That Darlington kind of took quite a bit there. That double apex really makes it eventful and keep you on your toes. Keep forgetting if I'm going into turn 1 or going into turn 3, and you better not mistake that because it's a big difference.
Well, man, we were gonna say something along those lines if you didn't mention it there, especially after you were talking about the different apexes in these corners. Very tough, or at least from my standpoint, I always end up at least once or twice throughout a race here at Darlington forgetting what damn corner I'm in and where I am even at on the track. It gets to be, it's mentally taxing. It's mentally taxing for sure. I'm gonna switch gears real quick. Had a little birdie in my ear come and tell me some interesting facts, man, and I want to know what happened. It's a little bit away from racing, so we'll get back to the task at hand in a moment here. But what's up with this root beer pong tournament? What is this?
It was a little root beer pong that we were at work. It was, I guess, a fun at work day, International Fun at Work Day. So at work we were all doing different types of games or something that we would do, and we essentially were just, posting the pictures of what we utilized for a little bit of a fun endeavor at work, and ours turned out to be some nice root beer pong.
Well, that good little information comes from a good buddy and a good birdie. Our good friend, Youth in the Booths, wanted to send you a shout out and say hello next time I got a chance to talk to you. So that little bit of information comes from him. You can utilize it how you want to. But nonetheless, Roy, here tonight, the regular season finale, you're into the championship 16. Didn't need tonight's race to decide that, but finishing on a podium, does it give you any confidence moving forward here? These last handful of weeks have been pretty good weeks for you. Now that we're going to go championship racing, do you got any confidence in that back pocket? How you feeling about Atlanta and Dover?
Well, Dover's never really strong for me, so I'm hoping I can get a pretty dang good turnout at Atlanta. We are racing the older Atlanta track, so it's not going to be as super speedway type esque as you would generally see with the newer tracks. But definitely try to have a really strong finish at Atlanta, and then try to at least mitigate damages at Dover.
Well, sometimes it's all about the mitigation. But it is what it is. That's why we race them all out. Roy, again, congratulations on a great run to cap out the regular season. Before we let you go, you know the drill, so we're going to step back in the corner and the mic is yours.
I appreciate it there, Dave. Like to shout out Swift Motorsports, yourself, Dave, in the booth, just broadcasting and putting a good show on for everybody. Congratulations to Jerry and David. Is a heck of a good battle there we had there early or a little bit later on in the run, so that was pretty fun. Wasn't trying to really block or anything, but also wasn't trying to have him pass me, so I appreciate him giving me the space and a good battle there to have for the broadcast. Also gotta thank Black Rifle Company, my team as well too, 4X Racing, good teammates as well too. Got good buddies in there, and then last but not least, as always, the wifey and the little nugget upstairs, probably sleeping right now.
Well, man, again, congratulations on a great regular season. We'll see how this championship goes from you. You're one of our sleeper picks week in, week out. Speaking of sleeper, you need to go poke that buddy of yours and tell him to get his butt back on the track, but not. Well, we're just jokes. Roy, always a pleasure to catch up with you at the end of these things. Until next time, my friend, stay safe and keep it fast.
You too, Dave. Thank you. Have a great night.
All right, there you have it. Roy Fernandez is going to walk away. Thumbs up. No, I'm just kidding. Root Beer Pong Tournament well and out of the way. Fernandez going to show the way into second here tonight. An amazing job, up 3 positions from where he qualified to get a cap off a great regular season. As he sets his sight on the championship, we're going to set our sights on victory lane. Looking good in these post-race victory lane photos. Man, Jerry, this never gets old, huh?
No, sir. Never gets old. It's nice to be sitting here. Even if, top 3, just to be in a podium, it's nice to be there. So, yeah, good night for us, Dave.
Well, this is going to be just your second win here in the regular season. You're gonna pull even with both Todd Gray and Justin Gann. Excuse us, as far as those regular season wins are concerned, but now we go big boy racing. Next week kicks off that championship run. It's 5 weeks of action. A lot gonna go down. How you feeling about the way the momentum is going, the way the confidence has built, and how you feeling about these first handful of weeks?
I feel good. Like you said, this right here was a big boost in the arm. It's going to be a lot of momentum going into the first championship race or the first playoff race. And, yeah, man, good tracks for me. I like the first set of tracks coming up. I actually like them all. So, yeah, I'm excited. I got big hopes. Game plan is keep our nose clean and, if we can be there and get a win and advance, that'd be great. If not, we just need to be consistent and keep doing what we're doing and have some good points days, and that's going to help.
Well, the speed's there, the strategy is there, the car looks fast week in, week out. We can assure you that we're going to talk to you a handful of times before the end of this season, not just here at the end of the regular season. Congratulations on yet another win for the final time of the regular season, though. We're going to step back, and the spotlight is yours.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I want to start off thanking my wife, Grayson J Photography, Obsidian Activewear, Velocita, everybody at Assassin. Big, huge thanks to Mr. Gann for giving me this opportunity. Big thanks to Todd and Bailey for, just taking me in and helping me out and fine-tuning me in places. And, it's a great opportunity for me, and I'm really excited about this. Thanks to, we was talking about this right with about 5 to go, and Gann ain't here, and with Bailey and Todd having a bad night, they told me I better make sure I want to say hello to cousin Jess out there in YouTube land, and everything Don, Andy, Gann, everybody behind the scenes here at Swift, everything they do to put this on every week. It takes a lot to do it. It's a great place to be. And, of course, Turn 3, you, Mr. Dave, everything you do, you do a great job, and enjoy going back watching it every week.
Well, man, we enjoy watching you week in, week out there on the track. We appreciate the kind words. I know cousin Jess is going to get some smiles out of the shout-out as well. So I tell you what, though, those guys better be careful bringing you in under their wing, because you might just end up whooping them. I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade nowhere, but I mean, you don't bring a fast guy into the fast group and not expect something like this. I still got
a lot of learning. They had a bad night. Todd was fast, Bailey was fast. Bailey was really fast. It would have been interesting to see, where we really stacked up with him over the course of a run. I feel like me and Todd was, it's hard to say, it seemed like we was pretty close. I let him go one time, he let me go. It was really on, who kept it off the wall. So, we'll see what happens.
It's going to get interesting, I know that. But nonetheless, congratulations. A great run to finish out the regular season. Yet another race win. You'll get ready to switch gears and go championship racing next week at Old Atlanta. So we look forward to catching up with you then. But until then, stay safe. And as always, keep it fast.
Thank you, Dave. We'll see you next week. Good night.
All right, there you have it from Victory Lane behind the wheel of his Grayson J Photography number 72. Toyota Supra for the second time. Jerry Cochran III will walk away with the trophy in hand, and that's going to do it for us here tonight from Darlington Raceway. That's going to do it here for the regular season. Here in season number 6, that's all she wrote. It's done for. It's in the bag. We're ready to go championship racing next week at Atlanta. And what a night here tonight. Just one caution back at lap 77. Just an amazing night. With producers ready to go out the door, pressing the buttons in the background. You know the sounds. You know it's time for us to run down tonight's unofficial race results in the Southern Classic 150, brought to you by Swift MotorSports and Ayers Eye Racing Paints. It's the place to be. Fast as Xfinity 5G. It's the Swift Motorsports Xfinity Series. Jerry Cochran III going to walk away with first. Roy Fernandez finishing tonight's race in second. Medina Sr. going to finish out the podium here tonight. John Wimbish back in fourth with Jason Branch in fifth. Sliding home sixth here tonight after a little bit of complications with an early pit stop. Todd Cray will slide away in sixth. Seventh place here tonight from Darlington Raceway belongs to Gary May with Kevin Burrows. Back in eighth. Ninth place to Casey Duncan. Jake Ashe in the 77 machine going to come home 10th. Bailey Dutton back in 11th. Dave Seats, Tommy Haynes, and Chris Chamorro will finish out your 14 car field. Big tip of the cap to race control and admins just down the hall. Andy Starcher, Don Kidder, unsung heroes behind the scenes, making it work, making things happen. Couldn't get very much of anything done if it wasn't for those guys. So a big tip of the cap to both of those gentlemen. Huge shout out to each and every one of our sponsors here tonight. Title and series sponsor Ayers Eye Racing Paints. If you're in the market for a new livery, a new wrap, look no further than Ayers Eye Racing Paints. Performance Motorsports, as well as Bud Kicker Beef Jerky Unlimited, Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet, and Premier RacingSetups.com. That's going to be it for us. We're going to begin to cut off the lights and roll up the cords. But before we go, if you haven't already, be sure to join us in that push to 4,000 subscribers. Show the driver some love. Drop a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash the bell. Over there on the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're sliding in to say hey, or you are one of our dedicated fans, friends, family, or one of our many different sponsors. Without you, there would be no us. So once again, thank you all for joining us. We look forward to catching up with you next week at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So until then, my friends, stay safe, stay loved, and we'll meet you in Turn 3.